PulseCon 2021 coming to a close over the weekend, and a bunch of reveals coming from Hasbro. I wanted to put in my thoughts on what I thought about these new reveals, particularly for the Transformers line, the Star Wars The Black Series line, the G.I.Joe Classified Series, and finally the Marvel Legends. A bunch of reveals, a lot of ground to cover. Let's get right to it. Transformers reveals, beginning with the Legacy line. I guess they've done away with the trilogy format, at least for this year. They always do that. I mean, Hasbro comes up with a line that just lasts for over a year or two. They did that with Thrilling 30, with I don't know, they rebooted the Generations. For this year, they're doing Legacy. And Legacy essentially just means generations. It's a fancy name for generations, in my opinion. And it's a way for them to bring in the franchises of old in a more modern feel. Again, starting off with Skids. This is a figure we've all been wanting. A lot of G1 fans already want. And a lot of people are saying, can we just do away with G1? No, we can't. G1 is the core, the crux of all Transformers, and it is suicide for Hasbro to just do away with G1. There always has to be G1. I'm glad they're putting in Beast Wars, and later in the year 2022, I think they're going to put in Armada, they're going to put in Prime. I hope they put in Animated. I hope they put in Robots in Disguise. I hope they do the whole Unicron trilogy. I hope they put everything in the Legacy line, but we'll just have to wait and see. But first off, we've got Skids, and he looks great. My only concern is this has some Trax vibe to it. And what I mean is lots of hollow pieces. This is going to be a light, very, very non-premium-y finish type of plastic. I apologize for judging it too quickly, but that's how I feel about this figure. It's going to be light, hollow, and it's going to be overpriced, but fans are still going to get it. There's a new gimmick now. The Legacy line is coming up with more gimmicks just to pretend that these are for kids. Obviously, these are no longer for kids. Kids like video games. Kids no longer play with toys. My kids, they don't even want to touch toys anymore. They're into their gadgets and all that. So this is clearly for adults, and I don't understand why they keep doing this thing. This is a waste of budget. They could have easily scrapped that, turn off all the gimmicks, and just put them on paint, on extra accessories. I mean, yeah, look at this. Fantastic head sculpt, but you can clearly see, you can surmise that behind him, he's going to be lots of hollow pieces. They don't do them like they used to. Yep, look at that. A hollow spine, it's just basically armor and nothing to substantiate that with. Look at the hollow pieces there. My buddy Fly Guy noticed that with a bunch of the new Transformers. Yeah, he's right. Lots of hollow pieces. They don't make them the way they used to. They've overpriced it and used fewer materials. But this guy looks great. He's a great adaptation. He's definitely better than the Thrilling 30 IDW Skids, in my opinion, because this one is the G1 inspired Skids. Very nice. Yeah, man, stop it with that. Energon weapons. Yeah, very nice. See, they could have used some more paint to just paint the rims. I don't know. Okay. And then we have Hound. The Age of Extinction Hound. My bad. I'm sorry. It's apparently this is Bulkhead. Okay, this is a big mess. I'm calling it right now. Hasbro made a mistake with this figure. He looks great. Fine. Engineering-wise, he takes off all your checklist for what a good Transformer is, but it misses one point. This is not Bulkhead. I mean, it could be Bulkhead on some alternate universe, but the designers on Hasbro, on PulseCon, were saying that, we wanted to make him look more G1. Man, what are you talking about? G1 is animated. G1, the G1 version at least. When you talk about G1, you mean OG, or the original version. And when you talk about that in this sense, the G1 for Bulkhead has to be from the animated or from Prime. The only thing animated or Prime from this guy is the head sculpt and that weapon. That's it. That's from Prime, that's from Animated and from Prime, and maybe the color. But This kind of feels like it's more of a generations version of Age of Extinction or The Last Night Hound. Age of Extinction Hound. But this was a wasted opportunity. They could have done something with Prime Hound. Maybe made him a little bit closer to animated, like animated alt mode, but body robot mode would be Transformers Prime Hound. But they didn't. They did a sort of Optimus Prime Hound knockoff, and there he is. I'm obviously gonna pick this up and try and review it and just nitpick all over the place and complain and whine about it, how bad this thing is. But I'm still gonna pick it up and review it for you guys. But I'm telling you clearly now, I don't think I'm going to be impressed with this figure. I'm judging it too quickly, I know, but I think my prejudgment on this figure is spot on. This is not Bulkhead. What was Hasbro thinking? I mean, come on. I mean, he looks good on another character. If they called him Hound, like Age of Extinction Hound, maybe I'd buy it. Or I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where they're coming from with this. Next up is RC, again from Transformers Prime. And what happened to her? I guess being stuck in the pandemic, staying at home, she didn't get to work out that much. I guess she put on some weight. That's okay. We're trying not to judge her, but this was an opportunity for Hasbro to really make the old Prime figures obsolete and give us brand new versions, more accurate versions. And what did they do? They come up with kiddie versions. They keep trying to give us what they think we like. I mean, they did such a wonderful run with War for Cybertron, giving fans what fans actually like and not forcing stuff that they think we like. And not that now they're turning that around. They're doing that same mistake they did with IDW, with Generations, with with not classics, but with the Henkei. They're doing it again. They're trying to feed us stuff that they think we like. These are stuff that they like, but to be quite honest, this is a disappointment. I was expecting a lot more from RC. I was expecting RC. I mean, she was a very svelte, very slender character. This one, I don't know what's happening here. What is this? Does she have a drone? Is this a drone that she can launch up in the sky and again with those energon weapons? They didn't even give him those blades. No blasters. I mean, come on, Hasbro. The front part of the motorcycle does look good, but the robot mode, you know what? If you still own the old first edition RC, Robots in Disguise RC from the Prime line, hang on to those because those things are going to shoot up in value because of what Hasbro's doing now. Okay, next up are the Stunticons. The first deluxe Stunticon we get is Dragstrip. And look, I think it's great. I think it's phenomenal. It's so G1 accurate. Unbelievable. But part of me is hating Hasbro for doing this because I spent a big chunk of money just trying to complete all the combiners from Titan's Return, from Combiner Wars, buying all the upgrade kits, spending a big chunk of funds for that line and keeping it. And now they're going to render those Combiner Wars figures obsolete with their new legacy figures. And I love the new look, but it kind of sucks that I'm gonna have to find a way to sell off those figures that I've kept and maybe keep them. I don't know. Maybe I get lucky and the combined mode for Menasor is gonna suck. But looking at these pictures, I mean, Dragstrip already looks great. So I think the combined mode is gonna be great. If he turns out small and just unsatisfactory, I might end up keeping the Combiner Wars, but it just sucks if this thing turns out super great and you have to find a way to get rid of those Combiner Wars. And come on, Hasbro. Okay, Insecticons. This was rumored last year that we were going to get it for the War for Cybertron trilogy, but we never had them. So I guess they bumped it up to Legacy. We've got Kickback, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do Bombshell. They're going to do Scrapnel or Shrapnel. I don't know. They're using Scrapnel now, but they're going to do all the Insecticons. And, I don't know. I kind of like the old Legends class Insecticons. These figures have to really blow me away for me to replace my Legends Insecticons, because from the looks of things, look, the alt mode looks great, but the wing kind of looks funky. And she's got these Energon swords. The robot mode kind of feels chunky, although he's got a lot of these G1 attributes. So I'm very optimistic, and at the same time, I'm not expecting too much from these new Insecticons. Again, color's great. The alt mode looks great. Okay, leader class Optimus Prime, or the Laser Optimus Prime. This is, I think, a logical step that Hasbro had to do, because they gave us a deluxe version of Laser Prime and it really didn't do it for a lot of fans because there was no trailer, there was a lack of weapons. And this one is a repurpose of a lot of what we've already seen from Earthrise and Kingdom Optimus Prime. You see that lower torso, the hips, the legs are, I'm pretty sure that's rehashed Kingdom and Earthrise Optimus Prime. We've got a new head sculpt. The arms kind of look familiar. The chest, torso, and shoulder pads are definitely add-ons. They're new. So, okay, I kind of get where they're going here, and it's only logical to just milk the mold a little bit. And this one so far looks great. I wasn't really a big fan of the Laser Optimus Prime. I never had it when I was growing up, but this one looks to be great. This is supposedly a leader class. The trailer looks great. You get a base mode. Obviously, none of the gimmicks are gonna be here, but it's a good modern rendition of this Laser Optimus Prime. Next up is the Selects, Generation Selects, reformatting Galvatron. Oh, man. Seriously, Hasbro? Why would you even do this? Okay, I'm going to say this, that the figure looks great. Had this been an actual Galvatron character in another universe, sure. But this version appears like, what, 2 seconds on screen? Why would you want something like this? I mean, he's a great figure aesthetic wise, and it's just something nice to have, but I don't think you need it. I think it's a pretty useless figure. I wish they could have come up with just a clean version of Kingdom Galvatron without the battle damage, those you know what I'm saying? They could have just re-released Galvatron as a clean version, and this one is just bamboozling fans into spending way too much on the exact same figure. And this is a select figure, so it's going to be $10 more expensive than a normal leader class, and that just sucks. So this one is a pass for me. Very hard pass for me. I don't think I'm going to need it at all. He's got these small things. I mean, if you have Unicron, if you're trying to complete all those teeny tiny figures, which I think is pointless, then great. Yeah, definitely a hard pass. Okay, this is a PulseCon exclusive. It's been revealed weeks ago, but this is Covert Agent Ravage. Oh, I'm sorry. Covert Agent Ravage reporting for duty. He's the Decepticons Forever Ravage. If you're trying to complete your Beast Wars line, at least for seasons 1, 2, 3. When did he appear? Did he appear in season 3? Season 2? I can't remember. Remember, I saw him with a scene with Megatron. He's got Megatron's in shackles and he's interrogating him. But yeah, it's great, especially if you want that old G1 Ravage. But I don't know. I mean, this is going to be severely overpriced. I don't know if I want it bad enough to pay that much, but who knows? If it goes for about $50, I guess that's my limit. I mean, $50, $40, $50 should be the ceilings for it. If it goes for $70, forget it. But it looks great. Definitely a character that you want to have if you're trying to complete your Beast Wars lineup. And I think he turned out great. He's got that Shadow Panther vibe type of quality going about. And yeah, definitely one to pick up if it's not scalper priced. Okay. All right, that's for Transformers. Next up, we're going to do some Black Series reveals, and some of them are pretty good. Let's start with Migs Mayfield from The Mandalorian. This is when he and Mando go undercover and try to infiltrate a base. And this is also the episode he earns his freedom from the New Republic. And again, it's a lot of rehash. I mean, it's expected. This is the Mayfield that a lot of fans want. This is where we get to see a lot of his human side. Great dramatization of his backstory and all that. So great. For me, I don't. I feel I don't need him. I think this is one character I can pass on, skip. You know how I feel about troopers, the body molds for troopers, and it's not something I really want. I love the character, but I don't think I love the character enough to actually invest on the Black Series figure. Maybe on clearance, I'd get him, but no, this is something I don't need, despite a very very awesome looking figure. Very very well done. Yeah, definitely. Even that head sculpt. Wow, look at that. Well done. Next up is Boba Fett, Tython getup, his robe. I mean, okay, I get it. He appeared this way for for 2 episodes, and to be quite honest, fans are hoping that Hasbro, the Boba Fett they want from the Mandalorian is the one that's been armored up with the dad bod, armored up Boba Fett with his shiny new armor, where he dropped by Ace Hardware and he picked up a few cans of paint just before he went and helped Mando. I mean, he repainted his old armor back to how it used to be. It's amazing. That should have been the figure they released, not this guy. This guy should have been an exclusive. Like, make him a Walgreens or a Walmart exclusive, something that will just warm the pegs, and really just an exclusive figure for the hardcore collectors. Because most casual collectors, or at least general collectors, would want the armored up version of Boba Fett, the dad bod Boba Fett. And just our luck, I have this bad feeling. I have a bad feeling about this, that Hasbro is going to make that Boba Fett version, maybe even Fennec Shand, as Target, Walmart, Walgreens, whatever, exclusives, and just screw with fans. And that's gonna suck. And I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping, the worst I think I'm hoping for is we get a deluxe figure for Boba Fett, because they've been doing that for a lot of Boba Fett figures. I think Cobb Vanth is also going to be a deluxe. We'll show that off later. But if they do that, I hope it's a deluxe figure and it's a regular release, not a Target exclusive or a Walmart or a Walgreens or whatever. Okay, but this figure, it's great. It definitely looks amazing. I mean, they put a lot of effort here, lots of details. But for me, it's not something I need. And I will just save up and wait for that armored version of the Mandalorian Boba Fett, together with Fennec Shand. But yeah, he looks great. He got all the weapons, but no armor. No thank you, Hasbro. Oh yeah, as I was mentioning a while ago, we've got Cobb Vanth. They've done him in deluxe format. I don't know why. This is a very basic figure. It's a Boba Fett figure. I mean, we've got an archive Boba Fett. We've gotten the original Orange Line Boba Fett done in a single pack, and he's got about the same weapons as that figure. I honestly don't know what they were thinking making this one a deluxe figure. There's not enough plastic to justify the deluxe figure. So, this is gonna cost like $40 or $45 here easily when hobby shops get him. And I think I'm gonna have to pass on this guy, because I really like this character. I mean, I'm a big fan of Santa Clarita Diet. I like this guy, this character. I like the actor. But if he's just gonna be a deluxe, I think I'm just gonna wait for a markdown or a clearance, because this is not the way, man. I mean, what is Hasbro thinking? Unless there's like a flight stand hidden underneath that box, which I doubt, this figure does not deserve to be a deluxe figure. It should just be a regular packed figure. I don't know why Hasbro is trying to mess with us. But he looks great. I really like him. Yep, clearance for me, or markdowns. Okay, this is not a reveal. This has been revealed weeks ago, but this is the sort of retro Power of the Force Cantina Showdown box set. I love the backdrop. I love that Cantina setup. And I love this Obi-Wan figure. I don't know if they tweaked it. I think I have a feeling this is the... Is it? It's probably going to be the new photoreal tech on the face, which we've never gotten from Obi-Wan. The regular release and the SDCC release were just regular painted face sculpt for Obi-Wan. This is going to be, I believe, the photoreal, and the Obi-Wan figure is the only one I want in this set. I could care less for these two. They're great. You know, Walrus Man, or Ponda Baba. He was called Walrus Man back in the 80s. He was one of my very first figures, and it was weird. He had like webbed feet, he had webbed hands, and it was a really corny figure. It never didn't look anything like this, but has some nostalgia. I'm torn with this set. I honestly think if I do end up getting it, I'll probably just keep the Cantina and Obi-Wan and maybe sell off these two. So it's a very expensive way to get another old man Ben Kenobi, but I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one. I don't know. I'll maybe sell off the Cantina as well. I don't know. But I do want this Obi-Wan figure to a certain extent. Okay, Trapper Wolf. Do I really need a Dave Filoni figure? He looks great, but they didn't have to do it in this format. This is, again, very expensive. This is going to cost like 40, 45 bucks again. I don't need a Dave Filoni figure, honestly, but he looks great, and he's lost some weight also in this figure. So, okay. I'm going to have to think about that, but he's starting to be a hard pass for me. Okay, HasLab the Rancor. This is going to be in the 6-inch scale, I believe. The 6-inch scale Rancor, where if you get your Luke, you can do everything, that whole diorama setup from Return of the Jedi. I believe this thing is just for the hardcore collectors. If you're a big Star Wars fan, you want to buy everything Black Series, sure. For me, I don't need it. Honestly, I think the Rancor should just be as a diorama prop. I don't think it needs to be an action figure. I don't need to recreate all that scene all the time. I mean, the Sail Barge, I think, was a better HasLab project than this. But I guess they had to do this for some reason. I mean, fans have been clamoring for a really decent Rancor, and a lot of Black Series collectors have been trying to put up with the 3.75-inch scaled Rancor just to have a Rancor. I don't know. It's not something I need, to be quite honest. It looks great. It looks really promising. I mean, it's, what, 48 inches in width, 27 inches in height. Look at that. Look how big he is. He dwarfs the other two HasLab projects, but given that these two were in the 3.75-inch scale, he's going to be in the 6-inch scale. So yeah, just for the hardcore collectors, I think, but not for me. Sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, then we have the Princess Leia Organa lightsaber. If you flashback what Luke was talking about, she trained Leia to be a Jedi. This is her lightsaber. One of the best things about episode 9. I mean, people are hating on episode 9. I love the sequels. I love episode 7, 8, and 9. I even love the prequels. I love the entire saga, Skywalker saga. And this is one of the best things that came out from episode 9. And it's a sort of Luke Skywalker inspired Leia Organa lightsaber, and it looks fantastic. Look at that. It does feel a little bit shorter than usual. I don't know, but fantastic hilt. It's got this brass gold type of finish. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I mean, yeah. Okay, I don't know if these were reveals. These are Disney Park exclusives, the box sets. I've never really had an affinity for those Disney Park sets, but again, they've come up with recycled products, and this guy, I'm sure they're going to re-release this guy as a single card, as a single packed figure. Not really interested in this. The creature pack, no, definitely not. The droid pack, it looks interesting, but no, these are hard passes for me. Sorry. Okay, that's it for Star Wars. Now we move on to the classified series G.I. Joe. This has already been revealed. It's not one of the reveals, but they did it as a raffle. Zartan, a wonderful looking deluxe set. It's great and all. I love the color change thing, the color change gimmick and all that. But no, this is not for me. I'm happy with my single pack Zartan. I don't like the character enough to actually invest in this. I'm still saving up for the SDCC Snake Eyes, which I still haven't had the funds to get, but that's probably the only thing I'm going to get as in terms of an exclusive rather than this one. It looks great. I love the blaster. I love the whole color change thing, but no, it's a pass for me. These two, Tiger Force Outback and Python Patrol Viper. I mean, I love that whole gimmick. Back in the day, they repurposed G.I. Joe vehicles into Cobra vehicles, and all the Cobra vehicles were repainted as Joe vehicles, and we get repainted figures from the line. This was Hasbro's way of milking their molds, trying to give us repaints, just like what they did with Transformers. They're doing it with G.I. Joe back in the 80s. To be quite honest, it's a great line, but not good enough, not great enough. I don't have enough emotional investment to actually go out and get these figures. Outback was one of my favorite, all-time favorite 3.75-inch figures. And I'm a little bit disappointed that we're getting him in the Tiger Force format. I wanted him in his survivalist format with his white t-shirt, his green pants. You know what I'm saying? That original look. Had they done that, I would have picked up that figure in a heartbeat. But as it is, Python Patrol and Tiger Force versions of these characters, no, these are a hard pass for me. I'm just going to wait for the original version of Outback with the white t-shirt and survival gear. The same thing I felt with Gung Ho. Gung Ho has been released in green and brown and black. I'm gonna wait for the recolor of that in his blue, light blue colors. I'm sure Hasbro's gonna do that. So moving on, I mean, really a fantastic looking figure. You get that old man Hawkeye vibe. I mean, the weapons look great. They're no longer Nerf guns. Oh, is that a Nerf gun? I don't know. Could still be a Nerf gun, but wow. Given the fact that they already have this mold, I'm pretty sure they are going to re-release Outback in his proper colors. This guy is giving me the Cobra Bat vibe, but he looks great, but I'm good with just one Viper in my collection, and the original Viper has the emotional investment. This one does not. He looks great, by the way. I'm sure a lot of collectors will have fun with this figure. Yep, absolutely amazing. Okay, Crocmaster. Yeah, I remember my brother had the original 3.75-inch figure of this one. I never had it. I never really liked this character, to be honest. I mean, it's a cool looking set. Look at that. It's the crocodile that's going to be the star of the show for this set. This set is just like Timber and Snake Eyes. It's the animals that are going to be really the star of the set. The figure looks great. He's got all that vintage feel, that classic feel of Crocmaster in an updated format. But to be honest, Crocmaster is not really my thing. I mean, he's not emotionally invested in this character. So this set is going to be a pass for me, despite being an absolutely amazing looking figure. Oh, look at the baby crocodile. Are they going to put that in as well? Maybe they, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, Crocmaster is going to be a pass for me. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, now here comes the big news. Oh my God. I nearly lost it when they showed this off. Spirit and Storm Shadow. And I'm talking about Storm Shadow. Spirit, I'm honestly a pass. Never been interested with that character. He's great and all. He looks fantastic in this format. But it is Storm Shadow that is the biggest reveal, I think, for the classified series. This is the figure that we've all been waiting for. Let me just finish off Spirit. I mean, fantastic. Look at that. Great eagle. Did the eagle's wings move? Oh, wow. You can fold the wings and, oh, okay. And his wings can spread. So it's got two separate wings. Ah, interesting. Is that the case? Or the wings will move, I think. Yeah, okay. Again, the animals steal the show in the set, but it is Storm Shadow I'm looking forward to the most. Oh my goodness, Storm Shadow is one of my favorite Cobras. Back in the 80s, I picked up every single version of Storm Shadow when I was growing up. I love Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. This is an absolute must-have for me. I don't care if I have to pre-order this at 3 different stores just for insurance, because I know for a fact this figure is going to be scalped like crazy out here in Manila and probably the rest of the world. It is an amazing rendition of Storm Shadow. We get the hood, we get the non-hooded helmet, head sculpt. You got the weapons, you got the bow and arrow, you've got the two katanas, you've got the quiver, the boots, his pants and outfit, they just scream Storm Shadow in G1 format or in the original 80s look. I love this figure. I'll probably get 3 pre-orders. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but easily, this thing's going to be scalped, hoarded, overpriced, resold on the internet like crazy. So, I don't know, man. Yep, definitely. So excited for this one. This was the best classified series news for me. Okay, this was a HasLab project, and from the looks of things, I don't know why I'm still discussing it. I wasn't sure if this was in the 6-inch scale or the 3.75-inch scale, but looking at the figures, I think this is going to be in the 3.75-inch scale, which means I'm not going to be interested in this. So, yeah, it's great because the Sky Striker was one of my first G.I. Joe vehicles ever. My dad had to pick up one from Japan. I love that Sky Striker set when I was a kid. And I think my brother got the USS flag for his birthday. I don't know how my dad found a USS flag back in the day. And we would play with these things over and over when we were kids. And the Sky Striker actually has a lot of sentimental value for me. But being that it is in the 3.75-inch scale, this is going to have to be a pass for me. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at the detail. Oh, blast effects. Absolutely something for the collector. The G.I. Joe hardcore collector, definitely. Okay, finally, moving on to Marvel Legends. And I think this is the last one we're going to talk about. Let's start with this. This is the retro set of Jean and Logan. I love the retro figures, but to be honest, they're just very expensive wall decorations. Because if you're collecting these, I think half the time people are not going to open them up. They're best appreciated as mint on card. You just put them up on your wall and they look great. So each of them are selling for like, I don't know. They're selling for $20 a pop here in Manila, which sucks. They should just be $10, but they're $20, $18, something like that. And I love the retro feel, but these are things you just wait for to go on clearance because they're very overpriced nowadays. Okay, we got the West Coast Adventures Scarlet Witch. I'm so glad I got rid of my Family Matters 3-pack because this is the best version of the Scarlet Witch in my opinion. It combines the original colors of the first version of Scarlet Witch, and they've given him the new body mold with the proper colors and the original head sculpt from the Family Matters. And they've given her extra accessories, repurposed accessories, obviously. But yeah, I might just go and get this because for some reason I've been moving into Avengers and just selling off a bunch of my X-Men figures. I'll do a collection update sometime soon, but this looks very interesting. I honestly think I'm going to pick this one up. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, Vision. Yeah, it was bound to happen. I mean, they already have the retro Vision, so it was about time they did this. Although that retro Vision needs an update. They should just re-release that in a different mold. A better looking mold. This one looks great. I think it is a repurpose, some parts of it from the, I don't know. I remember a 3-pack Vision with a Hulk and all that. This is, I don't know. It recycles some of bits and pieces here and there, but the feet look recycled. The hands look recycled, but the legs obviously look recycled. But yeah, I think this is an updated look, and I'm sure a lot of fans and collectors who are into this character version of Vision are going to get it, but for me, it's a pass. Okay, 2 Captain Americas, Sam and Steve. To be quite honest, I honestly think this was a waste of opportunity. This is a wasted opportunity. This is a waste of money. Why did they have to do this? Okay, as it is, I think it's a waste. But had they put included wings, and a Mjolnir, this set would definitely fly off the shelves. The only thing new with this is probably the paint apps and that Sam Wilson head sculpt, the unmasked version of the Falcon or Sam. And that's the only thing, I think that's the biggest reason fans are going to go and pick up this set because he doesn't have wings. There's no Mjolnir. Why would you even bother with this when you already have the BAF figure and the Power and Glory Captain America? And from the way it looks, this is the only thing that's going to make you want to buy this figure. But if it's going to sell for 40 bucks, $45, forget it, man. And look out. I mean, stores should ramp up their security because a lot of unscrupulous scalpers, collectors, they're just going to steal that head sculpt and return this thing and just maybe steal it outright from the store, or maybe just take off that head, replace it with another head, and just return the item. That's going to happen, I'm pretty sure. This set is it's definitely a hard pass for me. Sorry, I don't see any reason why you should pick this one up unless you haven't gotten Sam or the Power and the Glory Captain America. Yep. I don't know if they improved anything here. It looks to be the same mold. Okay, and then Bucky. Again, a figure that's a little too late. They should have put this as an Infinity Saga figure, maybe as a 2-pack with, I don't know, Black Widow or Steve or, I don't know, Arnim Zola. Something from Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Because from Falcon and Winter Soldier, I kind of see why they did this. He did appear in a dream sequence or a memory sequence, but the version of the Winter Soldier, this version of the Winter Soldier is best, I think, reserved for the Infinity Saga and maybe as a 2-pack. That's what I think they should have done with this one. But okay, I guess you know it's good for fans who have not picked up their version of the Winter Soldier. This one looks great. It looks like recycled pieces here and there, but what you're buying with this figure are really the weapons and those head sculpts. The masked head sculpt and the unmasked head sculpt. And this is how the Winter Soldier should have been packed way back when, and which leads me to believe that this should have been an Infinity Saga figure and not a basic Marvel Legends series. So another reveal, which is an exclusive, is, I guess it's a Walgreens exclusive. That's what I heard. Supervillains, Baron Zemo. Another phenomenal looking villain, but to be honest, I don't need this villain. I don't have enough emotional investment in him. He looks great. Looks very comic book accurate. I think he's a lot better than the one they released, I don't know, a couple years ago. But yeah, it's a great retro type of Baron Zemo classic figure. I'm sure for the hardcore Marvel Legends fans, this figure is a must-have. But for me, nope. And then we have the animated... I guess these are exclusive. Animated Wolverine and Jubilee. And look how amazing this thing is. Oh my goodness. If I were still hardcore collecting X-Men, I would totally get this one in a heartbeat. But right now, I'm trying to cut back and... No, it looks great. It is a collector's Wolverine figure, and I'm going to have to control myself from getting this. No, definitely not. And then Jubilee. Okay, this week I just sold off, even before this, before the reveals were done, I had sold off my Caliban Wave Jubilee for a good price to a buddy. And I was like, I don't really need a Jubilee. And I'm kind of glad I did, because that figure would have dropped. The value would have plummeted straight away after this reveal, because this is the more quintessential, this is the best Jubilee yet. I think it's a lot better than Caliban Wave. I can tell you that. I'm not interested in this figure. Jubilee was one of my least favorite X-Men characters. Definitely not for me, but for a lot of collectors, they're going to have a blast with this one. So I'm going to have to control myself and skip on these. These are not things I need. They look great. They absolutely look amazing, but I am not gonna get them. Sorry, hard pass. And then we have the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Captain America and Iron Man, Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, as how they were packed as Toy Biz figures way back when. Oh my God, I think I started collecting these guys, but I never got a chance to get them. I'm on the fence on these guys. This is a great looking Captain America, and I can already see a lot of people trying to get rid of their 80th anniversary Marvel 80 years Captain America and that retro carded Captain America, because this is going to be the best looking, the most representative Captain America in the Marvel Legends line, at least for his classic look. Because I remember 2 years ago when after what was that? Secret Empire, Steve got his old uniform back, and this is a very timely figure because this is what he's wearing. And then when he joined the Avengers again, he went to dark blue again. But this is a very classic looking Captain America, and a lot of fans are gonna have a great time with this one. I'm just not sure I'm gonna pick it up. My Captain America is really MCU Captain America. I never really read up on the comic books. I never had an emotional investment with a classic Captain America. So I'm going to be on the fence on this one. He looks fantastic, but I don't have enough investment in the character to just really get the classics version. Okay, Tony Stark. This one, I feel I have to pick up. I know it's a rehashed figure. I mean, even the smoke effects are rehashed. The head sculpt is the only thing new. They've repainted everything. I think that pointy ears mask is new. I'm not sure. It could be new. There's some new holes there on the mouth. It could be new, and you can't see the eyes. So yeah, there's definitely a few things that will make collectors want to get this one, but being an Iron Man fan, I'm probably gonna get it just because I'm a fan of Iron Man. So yeah, if at all between the two, this is where my money's gonna go to. I'm gonna save up for this. I'm sure it's gonna be at least 40 bucks here in Manila. I doubt it'll be 30 bucks. Who knows? But yeah, it's a very classic looking head sculpt, and that is the major incentive that you want to get for this figure. And obviously the whole nostalgia thing about it. Oh, they changed the arc reactor? I just noticed it now. It could be a different molded chest. All the more reason to get another Iron Man figure. Okay, this wasn't a reveal. I think it was revealed weeks ago, but MODOK, I had sold off my regular release MODOK. I didn't feel I needed it for my collection. So this one's going to be a hard pass again. It's just too wanky. It's too... I don't know. It's too crazy for me. I don't think I'm going to... No, this is definitely a hard pass for me. Venom, this guy looks great, but you guys know how I feel about this version of Venom. I'm happy with my Monster Venom. I love the colors on this one. Very Art Deco-y, retro feel. I mean, comic book. This is as good as it gets, folks. And I love the new head sculpt. Is the head sculpt new? No, I think it's the same. I don't know if they changed the tongue or the eye. I don't know, but it just looks great. But... you know what? I don't know. If somebody sells it for a good price here in Manila, I might just go ahead and get it for my Spider-Man collection. But honestly, I'm okay just having the Monster Venom on its own. And this one is... no, I'm kind of leaning towards pass on this one. So there you go, folks. I apologize for making the video way too long, but there's nothing new about that. All my videos really run long. Thank you so much for staying with me and putting up with this video and listening to my comments and my complaints and my opinion on the latest reveals from Marvel Legends, the Classified series, the Black series, and Transformers from the 2021 Hasbro PulseCon. You will notice I didn't put anything from Ghostbusters, from Power Rangers, from Halo, from Fortnite. Those are lines I don't collect at the moment, so I decided to just focus on the 4 lines that I am currently collecting. Let me know in the comment section what you think of these latest reveals from Hasbro. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the very end of the video. A couple things I forgot to mention during the course of the video. A few of the reveals. One is the Marvel Legends, I guess symbiote, the symbiote god Null. He looks absolutely fantastic. It's just a shame I don't have any emotional investment in this character. I didn't really read up on the comic books, the story arc for Venom. No investment, so I'm probably not going to get this, but it is an amazing figure from the looks of it. And the other thing I forgot to mention is there's going to be a classified series, Cobra Bat. This is the first version, I think, that's going to be released, the Python Patrol Cobra Bat. So there's going to be two versions of the classified series Cobra Bat. You've got the regular version and the Python Patrol. Python Patrol looks really good, as I mentioned earlier, but I think I'm gonna skip this one and just wait for the regular version. This is the Cobra Bat I knew. We had this when we were growing up, my brothers and I never had the Python Patrol Bat though. So this is the one I'm probably gonna be looking forward to getting, and just skip that Python Patrol Bat. But who knows? Once I see that Python Patrol and I have it in hand, I might just pick it up if I like it enough. But this is the one I want to get. Okay, so that's my last bit of discussion for the PulseCon reveals. Thanks for watching.